welcome aboard, I'm the captain, Tonight, on my bed door, girl, you ain't seen nothing yet. Party done, come meet me outside, ready to go jump in the ride.
Hey, yes, you come take a break with Shukran and Bwana. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Yes, your girl is back with another video, and guess what? It's a story time. Alright. I know you've been waiting for it. So before I tell you what the story is about, don't forget to comment, like, anything new to the family. Welcome. Yes, you welcome. Smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can be the first one to get the banger before it bangs. So basically, I'm sure you're asking yourself, what is she gonna talk about? What is the whole buzz about? So this is a story that happened some years back, right? So there was this guy that I was dating at the time, right? So this guy was like, babe, let's go out for lunch. I'm like, okay, for lunch. One thing about me, guys, I'm a foodie, and I'll never pass on a lunch date. If you're like going for lunch and lunch is on you, most def, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there with my doggy bag, So I was like, okay, chill, no problem. It's like, no, let's meet in town. I'm like, okay, chilled. I'm like, but the problem that I have, he's like, no, but I also saw and then I'm going to replace. When a guy desperately wanna see you, but like you don't have cash to go and meet up with him, and he's like, no, I'm gonna replace it once I've seen all of that. So I was like, okay, chilled. So I borrowed like 12 friends from my sister. I'm like, oh well, like, man, she's like, okay, sharp. I'm gonna pay 12 friends. Hayi vele ngigibela itaxi. Hayi ngifike town, ngimfona asangifiki la sangiyeza. Afike. So this town that we were going to like a shopping center, right? So we're going to have lunch at one of the restaurants inside the shopping center. So it got to a four-way stop. Robot, right? So as soon as we crossed over to a robot, there was like commotion that was happening. So like the commotion got me like, very curious. They're all huddled up, they're screaming, what's going on? So as I'm like trying to figure out what's happening with these people, I'm sure she's in her 65-ish. Yeah. Uyafika uthi mntana ngicela ungisize. Ngithini gogo? Mntana ngicela ungisize, yazi ngibhejile lana and ngibona kahle emehlweni and ngibona ngathi bazongidlela nje imali, ngicela ungisize mntana, ngiyacela. So me have a soft spot for all people. I have a soft spot. So I was like, okay, sharp, chilled. So when I got, so they put me into this whole, this whole circle that they did. It's 20 liter. Paint 20 liter. Bafake name like a board. Those kitchen boards, a wooden board. Baby phezulu 20 liter. Banama eval, zama cold drink is a drink laid on the table, right? So they fold like a paper and like a small paper or something, right? Or like a marble, whatever, something just small, and then they put it under those bottle caps and then they spin it around. And then when you must choose which is under which bottle cap. Then if you win, if you choose the right one, they double your money. If you pay 100 rand, it's 200 back. If you pay 200, it's 400 back, right? So Gogo and apparently you pay 100 rand, right? So I was like, okay, sharp, chill. I felt okay, I spin. So now I got my eye on this one bottle cap. I was okay, sisi uphi ngikhombe. Mantla iyaphuma yiyo. Okay, but we need it. Actually izandla like everybody is like all hyped up for me. We need. Okay, mama lokho athi mntana ona 50 rand ngiuphele 100 rand. Kunami thathi 50 rand at least 50 feet bozongisizile. Ngithi mina nginamali simuze lo muntu engihamba naye. Guy with me like he's all confused. I'm like, dude, do you have 50 rands on you that I can give this lady and then she can give me 100 rands? Uti, leave that money. You don't need the money. And I'm like, dude, I don't need the money. What do you mean I don't need the money? Like, I'm broke. I'm broke. You understand? And I'm like, this guy, number one, he's a lang, it's 12 rand to pay. Number two, I don't know my data. Like, and then this guy's gonna make me pass off an offer of 50 bucks. Like, hell no. Never get on there. Yo, never. And then I'm like, okay, no, it's fine then. So I'm asking people around me in this Kokolo. Suppose a band. So no 50 rand, so no 50 rand, so no 50 rand too. You guys like Asam, I'm going to dons. My young dons and me, I don't want to go with him, but now paying she mad. I'm not gonna leave my money for anyone. Some young pusher, but I'm doing man, young push. And he's no pusher. I have no camera. You know, like the whole embarrassment that was happening there. Because now I'm young pusher, I don't want to leave. Look, I could help you to find 50 rand. It was just a commotion. Okay, it's okay, sharp, yeah. And yeah, Minang Sal, business low, Kokolo. It's fine, we can keep the money. My is not Penduga. Clips, guys, nowhere to be found. Okay, I'm in the shopping center corner, bang, bang, bang. Like I looked shop by shop, that's not shine. Yo, please, I'm saying shy, man, okay. Keep your phone. Shy, please call, please call, please call, please call. One thing about telecom, right? Despite their terrible network sometimes, one thing about telecom, right? They have endless please call me's. Like mine's on my I-10. Y20, please call, please call, please call, please call, please call. Michelle, please call you guy. Bomb, guy on phone. How? You know when reality hits you, you're like, yeah, now I'm stranded, bro. And then you know when you think you try to call someone when you're in trouble, you try to call someone and you have this assumption that it might ring or it might just buzz their phone. Your phone, mama. Sorry, you have insufficient funds. Oh yeah. At least he hit me, which not right now. I'm stranded. So I'm like, as in, let me go back. Like my taxi ranking up, my taxi. Fortunately enough, I knew where the taxis were parked. So I'm like, no, let me go. My taxi ranking. My taxi ranking, banana, guy in school. How? So at those taxi ranks, you know this. They look just like I'm a Pakistani, but I'm not sure which country they're from. But some things are like I'm a Poto, Makapeti, those people. Yeah, those guys, right? And in those abos like using good quality. Like in those abos, it's the ish. So okay, lo umilu upet makapet. Yabo busy na makapet. He says, let me ask this guy, because if this guy is standing here, that means he sees majority of people that are passing. So if he saw okay, if I describe him, he'll know whether Ozulilo or Ham, and then I can look for option B. Okay, Nimbulis, hi, how are you? I'm fine, I'm good. I need your help. What's wrong? What's wrong? No, I'm looking for someone. He's wearing a red t-shirt and a blue cap. So these caps, I'm not sure if you guys remember it. They were those YMCMB caps. You know that song, Nicki Minaj, Rain, Tiger, I can make your bed rock. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, those caps came out like a month or 2 weeks later after the song was released, and I think it was inspired by the song. Yeah. So he was wearing a snapback. I think they call it a snapback or something like that. Got a Leo. Yeah. Those caps, those kind of caps. So I'm like describing him. He's like, no, I have not seen such a person. He's like, why? I'm like, yo, Pilla, he left me here and I don't have cash. Like, I'm literally truly stranded. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry, sister. Even me, I didn't sell anything. My sister, no, I'm so sorry. He's like, no, stay with me here. You can wait with me here. Probably he's not passed by. Then if Utukshaya 04 and he hasn't passed by, I'll walk you to the police station and the police will be able to take you home or help you on how you're gonna get home. I'm like, okay, child. Oh, at that time, Inyembezila. Girl for no card. Yo, can you imagine Guti up to date on the tea? Like he could not understand. Like the first time I told him, he was like, are you for real? Like, girl, have you seen you? Have you seen you, Bobo? You can't say you don't have money. You can't say you don't have money for palaming. You can't. And I was like, oh, saying me and my carpet. I'm sure people thought for a minute would me and him saw carpets together, but no, I was lost. And then at that moment, Washa or 3:30. 30 minutes to go. And if this guy doesn't pass it, I'm not gonna go to the police station because now they'll ask me a lot of questions being funny and so I knew that if I would go to the police station, that I have to explain to the police station wasn't fair. bengihamba nobani, and then they'll have to take me home. Even imagine I pulling up at my house in a police van. Like, what the hell? I was gonna get like the whoop ass beating for life. So I was like, you know what? Since I shy pay 3:30, so shy manage. I have 30 minutes to go. I have no choice, but I have to become a beggar. I'm gonna beg people for money to go home, And I was like, push comes to shove. Pay myself about 2 rand, 3 rand. Even if it means me paying about 2 rand, 2 rand, 2 rand, 2 rand, it's all fee, only 12 rand, and I'm gonna go home. Because now I can't call my sister. My sister wasn't an option. Because she thought that I was going to my friend's house. And my mom thought that I was going to my friend's house. So obviously my friend's house from my place is local. So you just find that maybe 10 rand. Local. And then I'm in town. How do I get from local to a dorobin? Question. So I was like, I ain't gonna risk it. So I'm gonna turn myself into a beggar. And if I'm cute, I'm gonna use this cuteness of mine to putting from that day I stopped judging people that like Rand. Some of them really are stranded, some of them are busy, but some of them are honestly truly stranded. Probably he might be stranded. Sometimes they might not be as stranded as they claim to be, right? Okay, so I very sharp again. Mighty 10 to 4. How? Since umuntu ngibamba isandla. Mangithi nango guy. How? Do you understand? At that time I was relieved but pissed at the same time. I was pissed that he left me without telling me where he was gone to, and he left me for hours. And I was relieved to at least I don't have to beg. I don't have to go anymore, So I was like, oh, okay. Okay, but pissed, So after that, we went to get some lunch and we sat down and we talked about it. And it was like, no, those people buy a and stuff like that. As soon as you give them your money, they give you fake money, and you're not gonna realize it until you get to whenever you wanna pay. And my bones, I see you, man. So I've been trying to signal you to stop. You don't play the game. But because we're in Tandizindo, you just wanted the money. I'm like, dude, if you just said it, babe, that game is wrong, I would have walked away. He's like, obviously we're gonna get hurt. Either gonna beat me up or stab us, whatever. Because my bank's pending. So that was the first incident. The second incident was when I was doing my first year? Yeah, my first year at Brownfontein Rosebank College. Hi, Rosebank students. Hi. Yes, I was doing my first year at Rosebank, and I was stoked. Like I was amped up for days. So there was this particular day I was coming back from school, and then when you go to Rosebank, next door at Rosebank, you Pick and Pay, and they sell the most amazing chips, fried chips ever there to die for. So I was there buying some fried chips, and I was like, I'm about to walk home, and I'm gonna have them while I'm walking home. So I cross over. I'm walking down towards the Nelson Mandela Bridge. This other guy, hello Sisunjan. I'm like, I ain't got paid. He's like, oh, I'm paid stuff la. I'm like, dude, I don't do drugs. I don't even look like a junkie. He's like, this stuff. This is smart. So I thought maybe he was selling clothes, or headsets or chargers, your USBs or power banks, your normal thing. But no, I'm saying a phone. I'm like, your phone? He's like, yeah, iPhone, fresh from the box. I'm like, why when you saying? He's like, no, it's not keeping my phone on my back door. We know guys that by keeping my phone on my back door, and then we sell them, right? And I was like, okay, all right, it's me when I do a phone I keep. It was this Samsung, I think it was Samsung Prime or something. Yeah, but it was this latest in the ish, Samsung. Let's just cut later. So my box scenario, the box goes hand in hand with the name of the phone. I'm putting on my headset. Like my headset was still in that attached with that, Lindsay corner there. It even had a charger, you know, like everything was on the proper. And I'm like, okay, uthi malini. So dude is like, no mangipha noma ne-500 nyana ngizoncengisa. Bear in mind that phone, I think it was 1.5. So it was like, even if it was 500 rand, ngizoncengisa. I'm like, okay, this is a bargain. At that time, the reason why I needed a phone badly was because at that time I was using Nokia Lumia. If you know what Nokia Lumia is, it was a Nokia that was powered with Microsoft. And then with those Lumias, it was running out of, I think it was getting outdated. And then WhatsApp was not working that well on that phone. So I was like saving up, saying it's just December, I'm not buying myself a phone, just smart. So I was like, nah, you got an opportunity, everything checks out, why not? And it's like, okay, 500. I'm like, okay, sharp, chilled. So we walk together, we get to, I'm like, no, it's a card. It's like, no, so now we draw. We go to ShopRite, we draw 500, ngimnike, anginike box the phone, sharp, square up, saham. Like, can you imagine my walk after I got the phone in my backpack? Like, I moved my backpack to my front pack. Was pelang pets package, man. Oh, some a walk, fine. You know when you have done something dodgy and you've literally got away with it, like you become stoked. Like you feel as if like you've robbed the bank. But gone in 60 seconds. I also shy you and I'm fine. A replay. Ha! Changing the walk. It's okay. Alright. Again, Westgate. That's where I used to get my texts coming home. Ngifika Westgate station ngene taxi, ngikobe ngeside. Oh, ngathi ngiyaphupha ngisiphintsha. Gelo phuphi ula. Alright, again, fine. Yathi ngizama ngiyikhiphe ibox, ngizama ngilight. Ngithi hayi engalight. Ngithi hayi maybe i-low battery low. Into zakhona lezi kutshontshwa lezi battery low ngicharge ngifika endlini. Either ways, hayi job well done. I give a text ngifika endlini. Ngifika endlini. First thing I do, I press the phone edge. Keep it charged, plug it charging, plug your phone. How? When you buy a new phone, when your phone is flat, as soon as you put it on the charger, an active charger, it lights up. It's either the name of the phone, or it that battery battery and all of that. You understand? I verify. Yes, plug your phone a light. Yes, plug dololo phone a light. Phone. Okay, it's in the shower, man. Mama, so I'll take your phone. It's Skog. I call my mom Skog. He goes, yo, Skog. Because me and my mom were quite close. I'm like, yo, Skog. Hey, so you want to see la pen. Corner brie. You know when they say corner brie? Tell a corner brie, and pace stuff. Ngathi again. I show him telephone. I finance was at least mind you don't have to continue your savings. I'm like, okay, chill. Like those phones staying in the charger for like a full an hour. And benga light. Eveza nga battery, eveza nga Samsung, eveza nga Nix kuthulekile. Just when reality hit me, it's like something ain't right. Maybe it's keep battery and keeping it fake. Or maybe abalifakanga battery, Okay, sharp. Ngivula ifone emuva. Mangithi ngivula ifone emuva. Hey, I know this suffer. Yo, mangivula ifone emuva. Clay. This is the one that the clay that you buy for your preschool learners, that they do, they create like small animals with it. Sometimes they build houses with it, like by clay, right? Oh, that guy took it clay. Why can't I say science page? Why find a pen move? You hey they do me shakara, Sira shakara, nabi brie. You know, at that time I even had to do this. Maybe I'm born. That's mama. For that moment I call my mom mama instead of his cock. I'm like, mama. It's like, what? She's like, mama, don't pay like mama. She's like, it claim us and tell him. My sweet in a spoon into Felia so my yo. I won't it clay. Anga sake. Like she was laughing. When you're going through something painful, then someone laughs. it's your situation. You get pissed at the person. So I got upset. I was like, Mama, no, I was one to Mama, when you have one of things a phone, near 1.8, I think 500. Girl, like come on. Oh, guys. Like, that is when the hit me was like I just fucked up my savings. Like, sorry for the language, but I just fucked up my savings. Like 500 rands over what? Over clay. Hi. So my time is casting us concerned. Fine, even though I'm money, at least I'm still charge on my headset. Mangithi ngiphamise charge ngiyayimuva ngithayithi ngizama uyigoqa. Mangithi ngize khohle. Ngithi manje charge lekho right. Ngathi uma sengiyivula. Na before 19 na. I beg. You know the motherboard of the charger. Yeah, lenga nje ehlanganiswa nentambo. Intambo libavele bayiconnect so. Motherboard, I'm not sure if it was for that same charger or just for another charger. If I saying a solar tape. Hey. I know the suffer. Hey. Yay. Hayi ke naku phela. Ngiphethe charger ngasebenzi. Iphone. Isikoro ibhodi nje kuphela. Yena motherboard, yena battery. Ima headset akhali indlebe eyi1. Hey. Are suffer for job go South Africa. Like, that is when I told myself, never again shall I, me alone, buy any product like a device. I rather buy impahla at least I can still say to someone else. But then like, what the hell? Like, I was hurt. Like, I'm sure I even became depressed. Like, for a whole week, but I couldn't understand. Like, why would someone do that? Do you understand? Yeah. This third time, I got scammed in Joburg. How? I was also doing varsity. I don't remember which year it was, but I was doing varsity, and it was me and a group of my friends. Yeah, we were coming back from school, right? So we were crossing over the Mandela Bridge. So the Mandela Bridge has a lot of stories to tell. A lot. People get mugged there, people get killed there, people get ran over, the Mandela Bridge has a lot of stories. Like, if I was a storyteller or a writer, I would be writing a lot of stories, over regarding that Mandela Bridge, because everybody has their own personal story about the bridge, right? Okay, so as we are passing like Mandela Bridge, fine, it's our last lecture. We're like, okay guys, it's happening. Okay, we're walking. So if after you exit from the Mandela Bridge, Bri, people don't know where Bri takes a rank is. Bri is the most clustered place ever. It's PTP apana. Everybody knows where they're going. Bri is the most dodgiest taxi rank. I feel it's the most dodgiest. People sell there, people rob there, people steal there, people nje bagcwele lapha eBri. So by Bri side kune spa lapha. So there was this guy is busy. Free SIM card. Oh, but this is a free SIM card. It's a SIM card samahala. He's like, I'm like, okay, ngiphe M10. At that time I was using M10. Okay, fine, I ngiphe SIM card to M10. Sharp. I sure it's activated as well now. Fine, activated. And yeah. Why not? Don't say mahal sharp. And something like activator, uthola 2 gigs per month and unlimited calls. I'm like, that's dope. I'm like, for how long? Like for 6 months. I'm like, oh, that's dope. I want that. Press my number. I'm going to app for the neck pop. I'm going my number to for the SIM card activated. It's okay, sharp. The SIM card is fireable with dinner. Manje ngihamba at houses konke ekhohlwayo ngithi hayi ngikhohlwani mina. It was like, ngicela imali yami. Mali yakho yani? Isimali nami SIM card. I'm like, hayibo, SIM card samahala maso mothi mali yakho. Uthi hayi SIM card is asisamahala but activating yamahala. Ngithi we ngithi hayi bama SIM card sakho asingekho ukusithatha. But sengisactivate. I'm like, imali le okhuluma ngayo athi 300. Ngazi ngathi ngiyagula. 3 what? 3 squad. I'm like, ngidlala into le. Sorry, I can't. SIM card sakho. Like, this guy was refusing not to take his SIM card back. No, because we're so activating and I'm at work. Obviously, if I'm saying the SIM cards, they're under my name, and if now that we have to minus from my pay, so much means we are arguing now. With my colleagues like, hey, double hosala, hey, mpozala, ebo, nang pelusisi, po, ngolo kumana, sis, after Pimaliam. But the other house is no Pimalia, okay, but was a man some hollow, I can imagine Ngenap. Both in some Casamahal. At that time, my friends are looking at me now, like, they are confused now about what's going on. You get what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Yes, I was in a pen. Some police station. I was busy on my police. As I can call the police station, I'm 17, using a police station. The whole day in a corner trying to open up a case and whatnot, and just got less and lose my customer in. Yes, no, if you cannot go to a police station, it's fine. We'll call them la. Bazela, Bazosho, Bajana, inside lamb, we'll call inside lamb. And Bonbas when the final verdict. If they still say I must pay the 300, then it's fine. But Tata, whatever is collateral, but I trying to just born on that is called. Hey, yes, it's in. Yo, so now my mind, I'm like, if I'm not lying, I'm not gonna care with this. Ah, getting a sign. Not to put to some Gwenzan. Ain't just my mind. Man, I was dinner. Some cats in the class, some cat, dinner. It's in saying, man. Uling and Jongbam, Uling and she. I dare you, Uling and Jongbam. The war pizza, which you are harassa. Which you are harassing, raping the inside. Young abuser man. The big yam. This time, I am scared to my tiptoes. It is where air shire. It's what the hell am I doing? If this guy is gonna beat the shit out of me, then yo, like yo, dude. Oh, shy yellow, blue, black, green. Yo, I'm like, yo, dude. Okay, sharp. By the time I got into the taxi, when you do your thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for saving me this time. I'm so grateful. Oh, Lord. That's the prayers that I was doing. I was like, oh, God. Like, oh, dude. I almost got scammed for 300. And as we were arguing with this other colored lady was like, did you give him the 300? I'm like, hell no. He's like, at least you did not. They made me pay to 150 for this SIM card, and SIM card account was not even registered. And by the time I got home, I put it in my phone again. It was not registered, so it's all a scam. So I guess my tantrums went for nothing. And then the fourth time, now this is the banger. This is a banger. I was doing my last year, right? So I was doing my last year in varsity as a business admin student. Halala. So I was doing my last year, and me and my friends, it was on a Friday. I still remember the day. It was on a Friday, and me and my friends were going out for lunch. We only had one lecture, and we're like, after one lecture, we're going to a cappella. There's this place in Bramford, it's called a cappella. It's a restaurant restaurant with booze as well. If I don't a Maboning rooftop, it has the same atmosphere. So at that time, I just recently bought. I'm a wikinyana. Remember when you're doing your third year? Let me explain this to you guys. When you're doing your first year, you are fresh from high school. You still pass fast my porn, you are relaxed on your first university because you're fresh from high school. So second year, you adapt. Third year, okay. Last year I'm fine. Yeah, but pay to manage. But my blesser, either driving, or my brother Bay that's married but is moneyed. We have the Moriris, you're getting to a standard. I was doing my final here, and me and my girls were paid up. So basically, this weave, I had to save up for the weave, and it was long. I'm not sure, guys. I don't know. I'm anxious. If like here, it was long, longer than this. This is short. So I saved up and I bought it exclusive. I bought it exclusive, and it was like, for me at that time, it was like the most biggest achievement. Okay, getting exclusive, you come home, I was stoked. So on this day, we go to a cappella, we have lunch, drinks, done. Now it's time to go home. So we're walking across the bridge again, right? So as we're walking across the bridge, like it's my friend, me in the center. So my friend, we busy talking about like busy my weave. Bona bebaqinile khanda. I mean, I was the only one with the weave, right? Not busy my weave. Like I'm busy ngila. About umoya, we agree and I can feel myself, you understand? And it was not my first time wearing my weave to school. Right? It was not. So as we're walking, we got this guy ang big. This guy, bear in mind you guys, wasn't dirty. I could see drag. This guy was clean. Bafaka amateki kahle, fake all star, fake itchin, fake skipper. Beka right nje uyothembona to this guy uvuyiseni wakiyeza walisebenzisa slaphu, and he came to town. So he was looking at me long bag. So me, I thought maybe if he's looking at me like that, he sees what he likes. I'm pretty. Like, have you seen me? So I was like, okay, good to you. Well, probably interested, but dude, you're not my type. You're not my type of tea. So as we're walking, I walk up and this guy as soon as big. Was yo guy, you know how girls are. Yo, maybe I'm gonna what, and then say stuff. Oh, next moment, shubu. Week gone. Me in my mind, when things happen to you and you take time to register it in your mind, and I'm like, hey, bo, guys, guy, yeah, to gym. Hi, bo, week. By the time we were chasing after him, my sister a con, already he's nowhere to be found, nowhere to be seen. You guys. So, hey, let me demonstrate this for you guys. We are walking, friend, me. How? Imagine I came out from home looking like this, like young Beyonce. Yeah. Oh, okay. Next thing, I'm left like this. Guy, gone. Oh, I suffer. Bad thing. And because right now I'm even better. At that time, bengenza wala maphondo maphondo la wenza ngabancane ngewulu so when then you take them inside. Bengenza hi, the kind of embarrassment. Oh, Job will humble you. So you guys at that moment, by the time since you get a corner in my guy, this is when I'm like, oh shit. My moriri, this, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Like my inches, it's gone. What the hell? So, hey guys, let's be saying my helmet. Hey, yeah, let's be saying my helmet. Yeah. So at that moment, I'm like, yo, guys, this thing, now, it's gone. Here am I coming home. I'm crying. My eyes are pink. Like that whole thing was like, even when when I was inside the taxi, like I couldn't cry inside the taxi, but I was heartbroken. Like I couldn't wait to come home and just cry my eyes out. Understand? Imagine leaving the house. Bye ma, bye. Bye. And then you come inside the house, ngathi nje angazi bobuyaphi uyothengisa ini kanjani, like winch. What do you think your parents will say? Like my sister was laughing, but she also felt the pain. Which look, this person actually saved to buy this. So yeah, till today it still hurts just as much. It still hurts just as much. But like I even said to Chazin, maybe this guy maybe drop in. I think so when you moon do boo-hoo. I never did find the guy. And in Joburg, they do snatch these. They do, you guys. So if you planning on going to Joburg, if I got my inches wako, I'm going to don't have no pen and bed wako. Uzombona slay my queens when you come back home. Joburg, it's no good. Even if ungafaka idugu, bakuhluthula wena lo dugu lelo. So the struggle is real. And they sell probably maybe you bought it for maybe 3.5, and then they'll just go and sell it for like 900. 1,000. You understand? So yeah, these are people that crave this. People either was they're on drugs or they're on something. So you guys, it's bad. Some they sell it to those, those big shops that we find in Joburg. They sell it to them and then they give them money and then they resell it back to us. So it's a cycle. So that is how I got mugged in Johannesburg CBD 4 times. And yeah, abangizweli son but bayangifikisa, like bayangifikisa straight, hit after hit after hit after hit after hit, bala phezu kwami. So if you've watched till this far, thank you so much. Thank you. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Please comment, like guys, new week. Please comment down below if you have ever been mugged in Joburg. What happened? Who won the fight? And if you won, which move did you use? Which kick move? Should I kickbox? Kung Fu Panda? Which move did you use to win that robbery fight? And if you're the unsuccessful ones, just like myself, please share what happened. Maybe you lost a Mariri. Maybe you lost your gold tooth. Please share. Comment down below. And as I always say, if you're feeling sad, under the weather, or you just wanna laugh, come take a break, from me to you with love.
You ain't really had nothing like this. Turn up in the neighbors to the bell. Baby girl, you gotta be quiet, yeah. Girl, I love the way you say my name, hey. And I know you know I like it. If there's one thing for sure.